Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Yes, oya de, oya de, oya. Oh, yeah. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Yes, oya de, oya de, oya. What you want, yeah. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. What you want, yeah. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Child, I'm down here shuffling these cards in my lap. And look what popped out. Oh, yeah. Yes. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, and it does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongdoing.
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with and in the truth. It always protects, it always perseveres, it always hopes. Love never fails, love always wins. And now three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest amongst these is love. I am Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. Happy birthday to all of our cancers during cancer season. Anyone that might be celebrating a birthday this week. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right. Into this. Sorry, I like the smell of both of these mixed together. Right before I came on to start with the message, they gave me something else. Elon Musk, an East Indian, someone Vietnamese, someone's uncle, someone Japanese, and Eritrean. All of these people, they work for one or more of these agencies right here. Multiple people, they said, a whole community, and they want me to give y'all a quick message about whoever these people are in particular. I know whoever this East Indian is, they work for the CIA because it's been, repeating in my readings. But the message is that they're going back into slavery. Yeah. And some people might say we never left. And I'm talking about, right now, I'm not talking about chattel slavery. I'm talking about the slavery basically going on right now, where you are stuck inside of a system that you are 100% codependent on for your survival, under a government working in a machine. And if they cut you off, it means death, because you don't know how to survive detached from the government. Now, of course, I'm not talking about everybody, because there are people out here that know how to live off of the land. There are people out here that know how to grow their own food, dig their own wells, create their own toilet system. They've been doing it for over 2,000 years. There are plenty of villages that are cleaner than any city I've ever been to anywhere in the world, where they have their bathroom areas, which is a hole in the ground, which is how bathrooms are really supposed to work. Your waste is not supposed to go directly into water. It's supposed to go into the ground, because the ground is what's supposed to filter it. You understand? But modern day civilized people, we just dump everything in the ocean, right? But anyway, the point I'm making is, I'm not talking about anyone's race or color. The slavery I'm talking about is, there is a particular group of souls that refuse to learn the lesson and to refine their souls and to grow. The lessons that they refuse to learn are the very lessons that would have transformed them, gotten them in alignment spiritually, got their chakras in alignment, which would have expanded their consciousness and awareness to be able to spiritually have the foresight to predict the way and direction that something was going, so that they could move accordingly. They could spend their money and invest accordingly. They could use wisdom in how what they invest time, energy into, what they study, what they, you understand what I'm saying? Making bad, terrible mistakes to get you trapped and get you stuck into certain positions by having a reprobate mindset, and passing that same mindset onto your children, instead of balancing your mind with your dark and light, empathy and compassion, and teaching your children how to think correctly and think in a just, fair way that's more balanced, so they can make better decisions. A lot of people, a lot of older souls, have passed a reprobate mind down to their children. It's a curse. The curse is the way you think, and because the way you think is how you take action in the world. Okay, so a lot of people have been overly superficial, overly dependent on the system, not having foresight to predict the road that something is going to lead to. They've invested their time into foolishness, trying to cause others to fall, instead of investing in their own future, their own children, investing in building something for themselves. This reprobate mind that some people did not move on from, curses that were not broken, these souls that have been attacking y'all, these weak people that, instead of working on themselves, have decided to come together to attack people that did the work, right? This is where the Gangstalking came from. All of the people that housed a lot of spirits and entities because they were in a lower vibration, so they were open to it. Okay, and now they're possessed. Okay, these are the ones, the souls that are going into slavery, and that's going to be being moved into place between now and 2030. It's like it's like this slavery is going to be a version of the Hunger Games. You understand? These are people that invested their time and energy into trying to steal spiritual gifts, energy, abilities without understanding the spiritual and universal laws. These are people that invested all their time and energy into trying to rob and steal people, trying to stop other people from that worked on themselves. So they joined cults because they weak. They got together to gang up on other people. These are the people of all colors and are about to go into slavery. And that slavery is going to look like the Hunger Games. The ones you try to tell, keep your thing inside your pants. You can't afford the kids you have. So don't go out here and get any more women pregnant, because you know they can flip the switch on you with child support and start locking your ass up if you have a bunch of kids out here and you ain't taking care of them. They can bind you to the system where you can't get a passport and leave the country. They can put restrictions on your life. No, I'm going to keep on impregnating women and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's a trap you just put yourself in. Look, right now, you might have housing and some assistance, but you can't afford the kids you have getting assistance from the government, so don't have no more. No, I'm comfortable. I'm happy with what I'm getting, and it's going to last forever for the rest of my life. No, you need to open up your third eye. You need to have more foresight and discernment. You need to think about a plan B. What would happen if suddenly the whole government changed or collapsed? What would you do? This is how I need you to think. Whatever, you a hater, I'm going on a cruise and then I'm going shopping with all this extra money I got to buy $700 jeans, and so I'm going to get in line and get me some Jordans, or I'm going to buy a big truck. I'm going to invest in buying my boyfriend, Billy Bob Thornton, in the country. I'm going to get a big car note, and I'm going to get a big old truck with big, gigantic wheels to show off to all other cowboys out here in the country where we live. The point I'm making is there are a lot of people there that are souls, whatever race, color they are. There are a lot of souls that did not learn the lessons that they needed to learn. And by not learning the lessons, they didn't have the foresight to be able to predict the direction that things were going. And it's leaving them unprepared for what's to come. And that's where they're going to introduce back slavery. I remember Bobby Hemmett was talking about that before, and a lot of other people were talking about it. But yeah, they are about to re-implement slavery. That's why they're pushing immigrants out the country, right? Because where are those jobs about to go to? Back on a farm, like picking vegetables and all that. Where do you think those jobs are? Who you think is going to do that? Not robots. Maybe some robots. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. What they were telling me is, okay, if you remember, I did a reading the other day where I was talking about how there is a karmic, I believe a Capricorn that infertile came out, and I clarified it. And this person, either they couldn't get pregnant by somebody, or someone couldn't have a baby, or it was some kind of issue with fertility. And the reason is because there was a divine partner, and the ancestors were blocking that person's bloodline. And the reason they were blocking their bloodline is because a certain type of child not child, because age means nothing, time means nothing. A certain type of soul. There was a certain type of soul that needed to come through a particular divine masculine. But that soul can't come through a divine masculine and a karmic woman. You understand? Because they needed two masters, two people with a certain type of mindset and a certain type of intuitive ability, two people that would put that particular soul on the path that it's supposed to be on to do what it needs to do. You understand? So they had to be a particular type of, they had to come through two people. the masculine and the feminine principle, and both of them had to be masters. Now, that's not the same in every case, because sometimes you have certain souls that have a divine special purpose that come here, and they are born in something that looks like the opposite of their purpose. If I told you that that rapper, dancer, singer, Sexy Red had a great destiny, she was going to be a bright star and she was going to save a whole bunch of women, would you believe me? I actually saw something about her future. Would you believe me? There are people that see certain souls that are born here that are very, very bright, connected to a strong destiny, and they try to sign them to contracts, and they try to bind them spiritually and get them on the side of darkness at a very young age. But believe it or not, the reason that happens oftentimes is because the training ground that they're born into, they wanted me to tell you this, the training ground that they're born into is directly connected to their ministry in the future. Some of those people are essayed and molested when they're children and abused in the worst way. Why? Because their training ground is directly the darkness they grow up in, and the abuse and things that they go through is their initiation, because their training ground is directly connected to their divine purpose when they get there, when they arrive later on. So just because somebody don't look like what somebody told you their destiny is, and they look the complete opposite of it, does not mean that that's not still who that person is. Malcolm X. If I told you Sexy Red, you'd be like, no, she ain't no example role model. She's in training in the darkness right now. Oh, she's gonna, when she matures and grows more, because we all continue to grow, and she completely understands the divine feminine and what's been done to her and everything. How many of y'all are the same way you were when you were 16 and 15 and 14 and 13 that grew up in trauma? You understand? I'll give you an example of this. Moses in the Bible, Moses was a Hebrew slave, but his mother put him in the water to save him, and he grew up with his enemies, right? Now, how in the world could little Moses come back and save his people if he's growing up thinking he is his enemy? He's Egyptian, and he's growing up in the royal house with his enemies. How could he possibly have a great destiny? Because his upbringing was directly connected to his later on destiny. When he would find out through his awakening that he was actually a Hebrew slave in disguise that was snuck up into the house of Pharaoh. So he could find out the ins and outs and fully understand their history and what they do in there and this, that, and the other. And then one day his mother would sneak in and he would find out who he was and who his blood was directly connected to, and their pain and their suffering. And it would hurt his heart because he would be able to identify with those people, but he would be in a position of power and have connections to high people in high places so that he could execute the rescue of his people. You understand? Sometime the situation you're born into and placed into as a child is your training ground that is particular to what you're going to do. A modern day example of this would be Judge Mathis, Judge Mathis from Detroit with his Judge show, modern day. What did he? He grew up in the street. He sold drugs at one time. He spent a lot of time, in the street, but he ended up becoming a judge. Why? Because a lot of the people that he's sitting on the bench and judging, during that whole period, when he was up there, those people come from the same place where his training ground was. So therefore, he can have perfect clarity. He could use discernment, and he could see straight through people, and he could read straight through game. That is not something that you go to law school and you learn in a book, how to discern, how to recognize a dope head, how to be able to know when somebody trying to run game and manipulate using emotions and all type of little games you play. That's something that you're born in that environment, so your brain is wired for game. You understand? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody that was born in a high crime, a high drug, high criminal environment, high violence, your brain at a very young age is wired to pick up on emotions, pick up on people, pick up on situations, to recognize threats, to recognize game, emotional manipulation. You recognize scams because your brain is wired that way when you grow up in that environment as a small child. The city, they can call you like a city girl, a city boy. You understand? That even if later on in life you move into a different environment and you adjust and your personality changes, or you adapt and get more than one personality, you get more experience and you know how to function in different environments. That's something that's going to stay with you, the wiring of your brain, the rest of your life. So you could use it as a secret weapon, right? Okay. So they wanted me to basically explain to you really quick about the souls. Okay. I just want to make sure I said everything I was supposed to. Okay. So, like I said, there are different types of soul that are here for different purposes. Some souls, they are born into bad environments because it's directly pertaining to the training ground they need for what their purpose is later on in life. Okay. And then you have other souls that literally are younger souls or karmic that cannot reproduce with a divine person. And the reason is because they don't have the mindset to raise a certain, not even raise, to put a certain type of soul that's coming forth with a purpose on the right path that they need to be on. They don't have the skills. They're not equipped with the skills, the coping skills. They don't know how to process and alchemize their thoughts. They don't know how to do the alchemy, the mental alchemy. They do not know how to transmute energy. They don't know how to transmute pain. They don't know how to self-reflect. This is not the type of person that an important soul coming to this planet is going to be entrusted to being raised. And that's why there was an infertility issue or something dealing with the Capricorn, because they are not authorized to raise and bring a certain soul through their bloodline. Now, let me get this out really quick because it jumped out here. Something about Elon Musk, an East Indian, a Vietnamese, Japanese, someone's uncle, and Eritrean. Why is Elon Musk out here really quick? This popped out right before I tapped in. Okay, all these people work for one or more of these agencies right here. Okay, I have a King of Swords. Who's this King of Swords? Someone's avoiding a tower. So somebody might be putting up a boundary right now because they feel defeated because somebody was unable, something was a bad investment. So somebody sent somebody out to try to drain somebody's energy. Okay. Somebody sent their minions out to someone's community to try to drain your energy, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And it didn't turn out the way they thought it would. So now Elon Musk is putting a boundary up with that person. He does and this is the clone of Elon. This is not even the original Elon Musk. The Elon Musk you see today, that's a clone, y'all. But understand, yes, it was a bad investment. Yeah. And someone can't move to calmer waters. Who can't move to calmer waters about this? Someone that couldn't create an illusion that a Gemini, okay, that is burdened because everybody's aware of what they did. Yeah, I know. Because they couldn't regulate and control their emotions. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a Gemini that was a part of a contract with Elon Musk to get someone that divines energy through isolation, gangstalking, maybe even injecting them with something, whatever the case may be. But, he's in and out. 1 minute when he thinks it can work, he'll support some of these people. He got jobs at the NSA. And then when they can't pull it off, he'll back his energy up again and act like I don't have anything to do with anything. Nope, I didn't do anything. And then it's like a back and forth with him. Elon Musk, I'm talking about. And then he'll wait a little while. And when they're like, no, we think we found someone that can do it. We think we found someone that can really do it. then he'll be like, okay, I'm waiting. So Elon Musk, he never officially takes the deal off of the table for certain seers and high priestesses energy. If he thinks you can do it and you think you can get it done, then he's open to it. But if not, now he's like, all right, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this hidden that I'm doing this. People know what I'm doing. Okay. Anything else about Elon Musk? Yeah, too many people are aware. Yeah. And he can't defend his actions. Child, for saying his name again, somebody came to my house last night and tried to do another death spell on me. Child, I laugh because I already died. And my purpose is to bring this shit down. That's why I'm here. And I'm not going no goddamn where until I do and serve the purpose I'm supposed to serve. Nobody can kill me. I already damn died a couple of years ago. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for something. Understand? Capiche? So a conflict ended, okay? Because somebody couldn't defend their actions. Yeah. Somebody that is very emotional about the fact that they can't take you down. You can't kill a dead person. This could be a Libra. The Empress reverse could be a man or a woman. It's Libra energy. And a friend of theirs they networked with. Okay? It was a bad investment. It didn't work the way they thought it was going to work. Clarify that Knight of Cups. Oh, okay. This could be a Capricorn that took action. Okay, to reverse an ending. That was burdened about the contract with Elon Musk. Yeah. This Capricorn, this must be the Ceretrian. This Capricorn is burdened because they're the one that got this contract from Elon Musk in the first place. Okay? And they're burdened because they're not going to get their money. Okay? The energy was supposed to go into this Eritrean, and then this Eritrean would gain entrance to Antarctica. Whatever they got going on in Antarctica, whatever type of study or science with the destiny swapping souls and bodies, they're doing that in Antarctica. Okay? But this Eritrean is blocked from whatever they got going on in Antarctica unless they can get your energy. Tell me about this East Indian that's in the CIA. What did you want me to say quickly about this East Indian? I think this East Indian is a grandmother or a grandfather figure, an older person in the CIA. Yes. The Queen of Pentacles. All right. So somebody could have the truth and the clarity about somebody. The 10 of Pentacles. That's not going to get the money, and they're having a tower right now. So this is a karmic. Okay. Somebody is about to get justice for something that was done. Who's the King of Pentacles reverse? Who is this King of Pentacles reverse? The King of Pentacles reverse could either be in your family or someone in your community. Okay, these are individuals in your community that have been spiritually attacking you, that are under judgment right now. Okay. Because of a crime that they committed against you. Okay, so whoever this East Indian is, they might be the person that has to exact this judgment. They work for, I believe, the CIA or one of these agencies, or either the CIA or FBI. Okay, so is this East Indian the one that is exacting justice? Someone is backstabbed and betrayed. Who's the Empress? Clarify the Empress. Someone that couldn't control and regulate their emotions. Okay, is that this East Indian? Someone did not see something. Or they pretended not to see something. They were gaslighting people and emotionally manipulating them, but they have to let it go now. Okay, so whoever this East Indian is, what I'm getting is, this East Indian, they were pretending not to know what was going on. Okay? Whoever this East Indian is, they were pretending not to know what was going on. Childish and immature. Mentally or physically weak-willed. Okay. Tell me more about this East Indian that was pretending they didn't know what was going on. They have poor boundaries with family, co-workers, exes, and friends. Okay. So this East Indian works at one of these jobs, and now they're going to do their job finally. So in other words, of course, everybody in these jobs know what the hell is going on and what they've been doing. But now this East Indian is going to have to actually do their job and enforce the rules. They were turning a blind eye, but now they're, oh my God, I'm devastated. I did not know that they were doing this right under my nose. It's that type energy. That's what's going on here. They were like, okay, if you get caught, I'm going to have to completely disassociate myself with what y'all have been doing, and y'all are going to jail. But get away with it as long as you can. You know, of course, y'all are my friends. We're a part of the same secret society. But if you get caught, then I have nothing to do with this, and I'm going to do my job. That's it. Okay? So that's what's going on with this East Indian. They were gaslighting and being childish and pretending they didn't know what the hell was going on. Tell me about this Vietnamese energy. But they have to let something go now. Tell me about this Vietnamese energy. They didn't get away with it. There was somebody of Vietnamese descent that was taking action for an empress in the reverse, but they couldn't backstab and betray you. They could have been working with an emperor or an Aries or a boss. Okay, yep, an Aries. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Yep, somebody got clarity of how this Vietnamese, this might be an older person, was very childish and got stuck in a cycle. What's the Ace of Swords? Somebody gave clarity. Somebody cut somebody off and stopped something. The Eight of Wands reverse. What did they cut off? Clarify that Eight of Wands reverse. They cut off a narcissist. Okay. A Libra. Okay, were they gangstalking the Seven of Pentacles? Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. They were watching for an opportunity to put somebody in jail or get someone locked up in some kind of a way for a King of Swords, for police. Okay, so this Vietnamese energy must work for, this Vietnamese energy, they work for a call center of some kind, or they have some kind of job in surveillance where they're able to track your movements. Okay, and they were working hand in hand with the King of Swords. That could be the police, or that could be someone in charge of something. And they were helping to give your movements to an Aries and an Empress in the reverse. Could be a Libra or just an older man or woman in distorted energy. This Vietnamese person has access to some form of surveillance, and they were given all your locations, anywhere you move to, every time you leave your house, to the people that were stalking you on the ground, so that they could tell their people where to go and follow you, how to meet you and things. But they're backstabbed and betrayed now. Okay, they were all working together in sync with each other. Yeah, now they can't take action because they can't balance their situation. Something's over. Yeah, so this Vietnamese energy is the one that was literally working in sync with an Aries, a Libra, and whoever else to keep giving them play-by-play. You know, maybe they were tracking you by your phone, or they could have been tracking you by a chip in your body, or by a phone, or just have eyes on you. It's something through technology. It's something through technology. This Vietnamese energy was watching and tracking you and giving your locations to this Aries or Emperor energy and a Libra and whoever else was orchestrating your gangstalking. Clarify your uncle. Somebody's uncle is here or involved. Clarify your uncle. Somebody is backstabbed and betrayed because someone's uncle took action, but it got exposed or illuminated. And now somebody has to pull their energy away from you. Child, somebody got an uncle that's stalking them because they're unhappy about a judgment, an illusion they wanted to cause for a judgment. Yeah, somebody's uncle's trying to get them locked up in jail. So that Vietnamese person that's stalking you through technology and giving your locations to these other two people, it's because your uncle, for somebody, you have an uncle that is trying to create an illusion about you. That's why they need to know everywhere you're going, so that they can call judgment on you and get you put in a psych ward or in jail. Okay, they want a judgment. by creating an illusion. These illusions could have something to do with starting a fight, and then the police take the other person's, the aggressor's side. You understand? When we talk about create some kind of illusion or chaos, 7 of Cups here, what we're talking about is find a way to create something when you go out in public, whether someone comes and bumps you, pushes you, tries to slam on the brakes in front of you to get your car to hit them in the back and create a car accident, to any illusion that they can come up with. This is what they do in a gang stalk. And I can tell you from personal experience, from the minute you leave the house, all kind of crazy things they're going to try to do. They're going to try to create a situation whereby you'll go to jail. If I told y'all the way I had to, when I was in Georgia, the way I had to duck and dodge and dodge and skip and to avoid trouble, because if I went out on foot to walk, which I do a lot of running, walking, and biking, that's my life. I love it. Okay, something I can do all by myself, being unbothered with earphones on. But if every time I went out to the track, I would walk all the way. I'd walk a couple of miles to the track where I was going to run at, and then run on the track and then walk home. Because I love, exercise. When I got to the track, I had the usual people watching me at the track. And they had a lesbian couple to send one of their children after me on the track because they were trying to get their child to hit me. They were the child was trying to get close enough to me to hit me because they wanted to try to create an altercation in which I would either grab a child's wrist or something so that they could jump in. It would be a fight. And somehow I would end up with a charge or in jail. Of course, I'm a damn high priestess. I already got a flash of what they were trying to do. So as soon as the child started coming up behind me to try to hit me, it was a child like 7 or 8. I took off running, and the child tried to catch up with me, but I outran them because they were slow as hell. And the child couldn't catch up with me. And then they got mad, the lesbians, and they took their child and they sucked their teeth, rolled their eyes, and left the park or whatever. But the point is, they came there just to do that. That's the illusions I'm talking about. Somebody wanted to track you everywhere you go and try to find different ways to create some type of illusion with the law where you would get locked up. If I go out in my car, I have about 5 people pull off with me. And the whole time, they're trying to bump me in my car. They're doing spell work behind me, and they're in front of me hitting their brakes when it's no traffic, trying to get me to hit them from behind. You understand? This is what your life will look like being gang stalked, where they're trying to find a way to get you in jail. They're trying to have someone in the grocery store keep bumping into you on purpose, like on purpose violate your boundaries, on purpose step up on the back of your feet, hoping that you hit them so they can play victim. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Literally, you might have to duck, dodge, and avoid people and act like you scary, even though you know you can whoop some ass and will if you need to. But still, it doesn't matter. They already have the police ahead of time ready to take the aggressor's side. So this is what someone's uncle was doing. Somebody's uncle, I can't make it up. Somebody's uncle was having them followed everywhere to try to create an illusion so that there will be a fight. That's the 5 of Wands. They wanted you to get into a fight anywhere. If a car accident, anywhere. That was their complete wish fulfillment. Yeah. Working with a narcissist right here. Okay. To backstab and betray you. But they were not able to. This Vietnamese was tracking your locations, and they were giving your locations to an Aries and to a Libra. And those two would then dispatch and send one of their gang stalkers to wherever you were to try to find a way to interact with you, to start a fight, to crash a car into you, to cause you to get in an accident, to just tell a lie about you. If they couldn't find a way, just make up a lie. Say you hit someone's child, anything. And that's the group of people that were working together to try to find a way to get you in jail. Trying to work together. You had the eyes of the Vietnamese at the call center, You had the Aries and the Libra that was dispatching the people that had feet on the ground that were following you. And then you had your uncle behind it all for somebody. Tell me about this Japanese energy. Someone Japanese is very, very sad because they really, really wanted to win at all costs. With they wanted a Virgo, a hermit. What did they want from this Virgo? This Japanese energy want with this Virgo. They were dissatisfied about something. They wanted this Virgo to be a star. Okay. So there are two energies here. Okay. I'm going to explain what this is to you all. These are NPC clones. One of them is a Leo. The other one is a Libra. Both of them are NPC clones that are completely sexually open to doing anything with anybody or animal or whatever. Okay, they're prostitutes, but they also do magic, but they take orders and they will do whatever they're told to do. Okay, they wanted them to be stars on YouTube. They wanted to do a destiny swap, and they also do death spells on people. One is a kitchen witch, the other is an occultist. Elon Musk wanted the Leo to be in his star energy with a real high priestess's energy, because whoever one of you all are, you were born a seer. You don't have to do witchcraft. You don't have to do no spell work. You don't have to set up no altar. You don't have to ask for gifts to be able to see anything. You don't have to ask for nothing. You don't have to conjure spirits. You were born a seer. That's how you were born. It just comes online for you naturally. You might see people coming before they come. Your third eye, you can see things. You can just call them up. You were born that way. Okay? These women were not born that way. They do witchcraft to use those abilities. They work with demons to get them. Okay? Now, they needed your power because your gifts come with a lot of light and a lot of power too. Theirs don't. They have to energy harvest from other people that have the light in order to get power to do the things they do. So because you're a seer and you already have that power you were born with, Elon Musk wanted the Leo NPC clone to destiny swap with you so that they could have your seer, your third eye, your seer gift abilities. In other words, imagine someone that's like a clone soldier with super abilities and power and a third eye to see the future. That's like a super, soldier that also you can have sex with. That's what Elon Musk wanted with that Leo. Okay. And this Japanese energy had picked out a Virgo. There is a Virgo Libra that they wanted also to destiny swap with another seer to put their gifts in them, to use them as their secret weapon to protect them, to have magical abilities, to see the future, to see people coming. It was like the perfect thing, and to have the power too. See, but the problem is they don't have power naturally. They don't regenerate the power. The power comes to you naturally because you're born with it. You cultivate that power because of your mind, because of your spiritual ranking is the reason why. Anyone in the military is not supposed to get access to atomic bombs and get access to certain weapons. You might be someone emotionally unstable that might get jealous of another woman's boobs and decide you're going to use an atomic bomb on their city because a man likes your butt or boobs more than someone else. No, you have to have a spiritual ranking wherein you have clarity, you're able to self-reflect, you have a balanced enough perspective, you can regulate and control your emotions. You understand? To get a certain military ranking, you have to have a certain level of self-control, I hope. And it's the same thing spiritually. To get a certain type of power spiritually, you have to have a certain level of ability to self-reflect, to reason, to make good decisions, emotional regulation and control. You know how to identify your emotions when they're right, when they're wrong, and correct them. That's what a spiritual ranking is. You've learned the lessons. You operate on a higher frequency. You're balanced. You understand? You make more mature, sound decisions, wise decisions. You're not destructive. You're not self-destructive. You're not destroying other people carelessly. You're not reckless. That's why you have the power you have. But Elon Musk wanted a Leo to have your power, and a Japanese person wanted a Virgo Libra to have your power as well. And these are people that don't regulate their emotions. These are people that are jealous. They act out of childhood wounds. These are people that would use an energy weapon and nerve gas on a woman because she doesn't have a stomach. She might not have a stomach. She might have a flat stomach. She might have a nice body, or a man that they're interested in is interested in them. This is the type of women that this Japanese and Elon Musk wanted to destiny swap your spiritual ranking with, and to make them some kind of role model and star, not just on YouTube, but, to the public eye, bring them forward as leaders. That's what the plan was for these two NPC clone hoes. One is a Leo and the other one is a Virgo Libra. So this Japanese wanted this Virgo Libra to be a star, but they needed your power. And Elon Musk wanted a Leo to be one for you. And what's going on now? The Hermit, I know. Yeah, now this person's about to be homeless, or their foundation is being thrown off. The Page of Swords, because the information is out. What these careless ass billionaires were doing, what they were trying to do. I already told y'all, Elon Musk, he loves cloning a stereotypical black woman, the stereotype. Not who we really are, but he loves to clone and have in his payroll a stereotype. He loves a neck popping, eye rolling. He loves a stereotype. He probably does cosplay, and he probably dresses up in blackface when he's alone in a room in his house. He probably got clothing. He probably dresses up like a black woman, and probably, child, I wouldn't be shocked or surprised at all. I would not be shocked or surprised at all if Elon Musk, when he's alone sometime, dresses up and mimics black woman. I would not be surprised or shocked at all. Because I honestly feel like, and I know they're gonna do a death spell on me tonight. I don't give a fuck. I honestly feel like he really, really wishes he could be a black woman. He's jealous. And not for the stereotypical traits either. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about DNA. DNA, spiritual gifts and abilities, certain things, Now, as we all know, there's only one race, and that's the human race. And there are different variants of the human race, which us humans later on we labeled as different races. Okay. But ultimately, it's different variants. So different people have different gifts. You really don't know who got what, regardless of what your color is on the outside and what race you've been identified as. You don't know what anybody has on the inside of them, because it's really just the human race and different variants of the human race. Okay. So somebody's having a tower, a King of Wands. I don't know. This could be just Japanese energy, a Japanese high priest or high priestess, because the World card, the cycle's over, and that Virgo is about to either be homeless or lose their foundation, because this was a failed experiment altogether. Whoever this Japanese energy is. Yeah. What's the Page of Pentacles? There could be an earth sign that's in a mental imprisonment or going to jail. An Emperor, an Aries, and an earth sign. I don't know. There could be an Aries and an earth sign going to jail or in a mental imprisonment. Okay. Who's this Japanese energy? I am curious. Tell me about this Japanese energy. Code enforcement, caterer, barber. Who's this Japanese? Clarify. What does this Japanese person do? A captain? I don't know. They might be in a Japanese military captain or something. What does this Japanese person do? Clarify. Who is this Japanese energy? I want to know who this Japanese energy is, or give me something close to it. The Marines, a property manager. I don't know. This Japanese might be in some kind of military or something, either in their country or in America or somewhere. They might be connected to a military, this Japanese energy. And what about this Eritrean? Somebody tried to be strategic and take quick action to do something. This Eritrean, but they can't move something forward, and they're just they're having a chemical imbalance. Their emotions are overflowing to the point of not being able to control themselves. They could be crying uncontrollably because no one wants to work with them, or they're getting fired, or they've gotten fired already. They're having a tower. Yeah. Whoever this Eritrean is, they're having a tower. It could be a Capricorn, because they wanted to hold on to your energy, but they can't move something forward. The devil reversed. So this Eritrean is no longer working with this Virgo Libra. This Eritrean, yeah, to orchestrate something. So there's a Virgo Libra. This was the candidate for whoever this Japanese energy that was sponsoring them. This Virgo Libra is not working together with this Eritrean Capricorn anymore. Okay, that got the contract from Elon Musk. All right, so that's why all of these came out. All right, so we're gonna jump in and read. They're like, dang, we ain't even get started yet, and we ain't even get started yet. All right, Holy Divine Spirit, what are the messages? Please and thank you. What are the messages? Please and thank you. All right. I have rich man. Why is my ring coming off? Okay. All right. We have rich man. I have military person in reverse. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be in the upright or reverse. So I'll just take it in reverse for now. I have rich man, and then I have military person. Okay, what else? Good Lord. They all fell on the floor. I have love. I have great fortune. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Batman. False person in reverse. False person in reverse. Okay. So somebody could be a rich man or a woman, or you're going to be rich. Military person is in reverse. Maybe the military person is a false person, and you're about to get great fortune and love. All right. And let me see. Get some more energy, soul energy out here. Okay, what are the messages? Please and thank you. Y'all know Oya is Scorpio energy, transformation. Friendship in reverse. She can transition you into a new start, a new beginning. And Oya can end old things in your life that no longer belong there and transition you through to a new beginning. Death and transformation, Oya. And Scorpio energy. For all my Scorpios out there, I have loneliness, I have gratitude, you can sit there, oh yeah. And I have worry in reverse and change in reverse. Oh boy. Okay. Somebody might be grateful or just be in the energy of gratitude or grateful to somebody for something. Okay. What's friendship in reverse, please and thank you? What is friendship in reverse? Okay, what's this about a friendship in reverse? Somebody might be closed off to an Aquarius. Clarify the star. It's an Aquarius. Queen of Swords reverse. Okay. So somebody is closed off to an Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. The Eight of Wands that tried to do something or make something happen or come about very quickly. Okay. What's the Two of Swords? Okay. They didn't see that somebody was closed off to them because they got the truth and the clarity about something. Okay. So there could be an Aquarius that couldn't see that somebody was closed off to something because they got the truth and the clarity about a situation. Somebody found out the absolute truth about a situation, and they have been closed off to this Aquarius for friendship anymore. Maybe they didn't tell them. Maybe they still interacted with them just to find out whatever they needed to find out, but they didn't know or realize this person found out this Aquarius was a liar and a manipulator. And they're closed off to them. What's loneliness here? I know that somebody that moved to calmer waters, but they're okay. Somebody was okay with either isolating themselves or moving on to calmer waters. What is gratitude? A message could be coming in very quickly to someone. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. This could have something to do with an Aquarius trying to drain them. Okay, so there was an Aquarius that tried to orchestrate something to drain someone's sacral chakra, but it got illuminated. And a message could have gotten to somebody very quickly. Okay, and somebody's grateful. Okay, somebody's complete wish fulfillment. Yeah, is to illuminate through a message to somebody. So somebody could be sending somebody a message to let you know that what an Aquarius was doing in your community with other people they were paying to do spell work to try to drain your sacral chakra, that it got exposed and illuminated, and they want to send a message to you to let you know that. I don't know how the message will reach you. Text message, phone, mysterious video on YouTube, I don't know. But nonetheless, someone wants to get a message to let you know that they were aware of what this Aquarius was doing in your community. So whoever you are, if you've been struggling with your lower back, meaning not back pain, but spell work, you know the difference between pain and spell work. Spell work is going to feel like it's being heated up, just that one area, or it'll feel like a vibration coming around. You know when you're under spiritual attack because it's vibration wars. People send vibrations towards you. You understand? Y'all know what all this spiritual warfare we've been in, y'all know what it feels like when somebody's sending energy to one of your chakras or to a body part or trying to penetrate your aura or whatever. So if you've been in a battle with your sacral and root chakra, a back and forth, that could have been leaving you sore or heating you up in that area. You know, your sacral chakra, it's the orange one. It sits right below your belly button. It's between your solar plexus and the root chakra at the bottom. If someone's trying to siphon or force the energy from your sacral or root chakra, and you've been closing your chakra and you're in a tug of war with them, it could even cause a sensation of soreness. It's that bad for some of you all. I know for me, it was that bad. For me, it was that bad. It can literally leave you feeling a little bit sore, like on your back in that area, because it's a tug of war, constantly spiritual warfare. They're doing spell work, trying to crack open, trying to twist your sacral chakra and try to drain you, and you rebuking it in the name of Jesus. Yeah, you know, You're anointing yourself, you're putting your crystals on, you are, or praying over it, putting your hands in, you're visualizing closing that chakra and commanding the energy to only flow upward toward your crown chakra. You're proclaiming, declaring, no energy may leave your body through your root chakra, through your sacral chakra. No one may attach any cord to siphon energy from your sacral chakra. No one may speak any witchcraft or incantation to siphon energy by scrying on your pictures to siphon energy from your sacral chakra. You nullify, neutralize, and cancel every binding contract and agreement with every cord of attachment, every spell, curse, and hex anyone is putting on your sacral chakra. And you banish it to oblivion on every plane through every energy body. And then you visualize this orange reddish color swirling like a black hole, but only orange, a deep orange color, rotating clockwise while you say, I close and lock and seal my sacral chakra on the ethereal plane, on the etheric plane, on the astral, mental, physical, and emotional planes of existence. I seal shut my sacral chakra. No energy may leave my body through my sacral chakra. I command all the energy in my sacral chakra to only flow upward through my other chakras towards my crown. Constantly. Constantly. If you've been going through this, you know what I'm talking about. So somebody wants to get you a message that they handled that Aquarius for you. Okay? Yes. It got illuminated, the sun. Someone illuminated it. Okay. Yeah, it got illuminated and exposed what a King of Wands reverse was trying to do. Trying to avoid a tower. Okay. That was gaslighting somebody about what they were doing. Okay, so it's somebody, King of Wands reverse, you know, that's someone that tries to use sex or their body to manipulate others. They were gaslighting people about what they, no, I'm not doing that. Yes, they were. They could have been doing sex magic. One way they do it is they scry over your pictures, or they have sex with people. And I guess, I don't know, maybe it's some words that, I don't know. I'm still learning about a lot of this stuff, but they have sex, and through some form of sex magic, they're able to call your energy, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. Change in reverse. Clarify change in reverse, please, and thank you. Somebody's heartbroken because something didn't change, and you're still getting your complete wish fulfillment. Yeah, somebody's been watching you, and they're heartbroken. They're having a tower. Something did not change. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that's heartbroken because they were hoping that something would change for you. Okay? Somebody's not worried about something right now. Clarify worry in reverse. Clarify worry in reverse. Somebody might not be worried about an older person, man or woman, the Empress in reverse, Libra energy, that couldn't get away with something, trying to gaslight. They're not worried. They got eyes on them. Okay, so somebody has eyes on an older person that might still be trying to find a way to get away with something in your community. This somebody, maybe you have a hidden helper. They're not worried about this person. They don't see them as a threat. All right. Give me 2 cards for the energy crown and its read. Let's go ahead and jump in. Yeah, so here we are in 2026, going into 2027. And a lot of these souls are literally you're going to move on to calmer waters, whoever you are. And a lot of these souls are actually getting ready to go into slavery. That slavery is going to look like the Hunger Games. And it's just the truth. And the reason is because the decisions that they have made, the bed that they have made, the holes that they have dug, the things they invested their time and energy into, is what caused them to create their own hell, which is approaching very soon. Some of you all are going to move forward living in a version of heaven on the same planet with people that are going to be living a version of hell. And it's because these souls did not suffer enough. They did not suffer enough. They didn't suffer enough pain to grow and to refine themselves. You have to, without growth, without pain, there is no growth. In order for your soul to grow, you have to be open to pain in relationships. That means you can't suddenly become a red pillar or suddenly become Shira 7, follower, whatever. I understand these are rules that apply for people that are on that frequency. I get it. And they do apply for both men and women if you're on that frequency. Okay. And that's for people that are not yet in the stage where they're trying to spiritually develop. Because, of course, those rules are not going to apply if you're trying to spiritually grow. Okay. But the point is, you have to experience pain and you have to be open to it. Okay. In order to learn discernment instead of shutting down. These people didn't want to experience pain, so they took an alternate route. These people, instead of transforming their pain into power and self-reflecting, which is painful emotional work, and it's not easy, what they did was they attacked other people. They came together with other people that didn't want to feel pain and didn't want to deal with their pain in order to grow, and they attacked people that did face their pain. So because these people did not grow and they didn't face their pain, now their soul is about to be put through some real pain to help them along with their spiritual evolution and growth process. This is how things work in the world, spiritually and physically. When you have a reprobate mind and your soul is not getting and learning the lessons and becoming refined, then you're taken back, you're put backwards, and you're put through physical pain sometime to refine the soul. Believe it or not, it's a real thing. Let's go. Give me 2 cards. Give me 2 cards crowning this read, please and thank you. All right, I have the 10 of Cups. Somebody might be about to get their complete wish fulfillment. Okay, give me another card. Somebody is not stuck. I have the 9 of Swords in reverse. What is the obstacle? Give me 2 cards. Give me 2 cards for the obstacle right now, please and thank you. Somebody's been backstabbed and betrayed. They might not be getting a new start with the Fool card reversed. They might not get another start, or they can't take a risk to work with these people again. The 3 of Pentacles. Oh yes, the 3 of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, this is the 3 of Pentacles in the Commission Tarot deck with the Page of Pentacles. This is talking about a job that somebody had. This might be a Libra or an Empress in the reverse. Okay, this person's been backstabbed and betrayed. And I feel like this is the person that was being sponsored by that Japanese energy. The Japanese energy that wanted whoever you are, you could be a seer or a high priestess, they wanted them to destiny swap with you so that they could use them as their secret weapon and protection. You know, their own NPC clone hole with magical powers that can see through their third eye and whatever. Okay. Yeah, they're backstabbed and betrayed. They're not going to get a new start. What happened in the recent past? I have the 5 of Cups. That's great sadness and despair. Oh, okay. In the recent past, somebody was very sad and very disappointed because the cycle is over. Geb, the wheel. Yes. So this is the wheel. Geb, the wheel. All right. The 4 of Cups is the 4 of Ankhs. Okay. The cycle's over. The cycle's over. They're going into slavery and you're going to the top of the wheel. That's why when they depict a lot of times in the artwork on these tarot cards, when they show the wheel, they'll show people at the bottom of the wheel suffering They'll show somebody whipping somebody on their back and things like that. People that do not learn the lesson, that get bad karma, they end up, whatever government system happens to be on at that time, whether it's the Roman Empire, whether it is empires before, Egyptian, Comitian Empire, back in Moses' day, whatever empire happens to be at the time. You got good karma, you're going to be at the top of the wheel. You got bad karma, you might be a slave. That's just what it is. So these people are going into slavery. I told you. Tell me more about the situation right now with this, the 10 of Cups. Give me 2 more cards. The 4 of Wands reverse. Somebody could be about to move out of house, getting divorced, breaking up with somebody. The Devil reverse. Capricorn energy. The Devil reverse. Somebody is not going to be addicted to coming for you anymore, or whatever addiction they had, whether it was a toxic way of thinking and the actions that they took as a result of the toxic way that they think, they're going to have bigger problems. Tell me more about this. What's going on with this 10 of Swords? I know this is the Empress reverse. Oh, they're burdened. Yeah, the 9 of Wands. Give me more. Oh, this is a Leo here. Okay. Offset in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Okay, there could be a Leo practitioner. There could either be a Leo practitioner or some kind of kitchen witch energy. This is the High Priestess in reverse, offset. I'll show you these cards. Okay. This is Sekhmet, which represents the Strength card, which is Leo energy. Okay. And then the Magician is offset. The Magician is offset. Okay. I figured y'all might like these pictures. That's why I'm holding them up for you to see. And it's in reverse. So somebody could have Leo in their sun, moon, and rising. They could also be a kitchen witch type energy, the 5 of Wands, that was trying to create a conflict for you. This person is bruised and battered, but they're still going. But it could be off of something delusional, okay? Because they're still trying to get a judgment over you, trying to find a way to get you locked up, and it's already over. I don't know. This person could be experiencing some mental instability. She's the Queen of Wands reverse. Yeah, this is a kitchen witch with a low IQ, a kitchen witch hoe. Yeah. So this is the Leo kitchen witch hoe, the Queen of Wands in reverse. She's a prostitute. Okay. The 2 of Cups reverse. Yeah, somebody has rejected her offer. Something came to a complete stop or standstill. The Sphinx is the Hangman. Okay. The Sphinx is the Hangman. This is Pisces energy, but this is the Hangman. It represents something coming to a complete halt, a complete stop, something that's idle. Okay. All right. Let's pull some energy on these cards. All right. Tell me more about this 9 of Swords reverse. Someone is not stuck and they're going to get their complete wish fulfillment. This could be talking about you. They're aware, their awareness. Okay, so someone got a message that after all the magic and all the things that they did, you're still not stuck. Somebody, they told them, hey, it's been over and y'all still going. But the more you attack this person, the stronger they get. That's it. The more you attack them, the stronger they get, literally. It's something weird in their DNA. It's something weird. Their melanin keeps on conforming and transforming. And every time you spiritually attack this person, their immune system spiritually, it literally keeps changing and growing stronger and stronger and stronger. It's like somebody exposing you to snot diseases, flu, smallpox, chickenpox, all kind of diseases when you're a child, and you become immune to them by it being exposed to it in small amounts, flu and everything. Okay, it's like getting in a fight with a boxer over and over and over again, and every time you fight them, you become familiarized with how they fight, their blows, how they move, their rhythm, everything about them. You get used to it, and you get better. So whoever you are, the more they attack you, the stronger you get spiritually, literally. So all they're making you do is grow, and all they're doing is teaching you their blueprint of everything about them. By them continuously attacking you, you have learned everything in the art of war having to do with spiritual warfare. Because every style they use to attack you, you study it. You understand? You recognize it. You know if it's about to come toward you like a straight frequency toward your heart nonstop, or if it's going to come as a vibrating energy and keep circling around your auric field over and over and over again, or if it's going to be coming to heat up your lower back, to try to siphon your energy. And you know what to do for each attack. No matter what, if it's a crown chakra attack, you know how to send that shit right on back and knock their ass on the ground and bust their teeth open. Any form of attack that they send toward you, even chemical warfare, you've learned and understood, and you know who's attacking you based on how you're being attacked. You know who's sending it. You've literally learned how to recognize who specifically, if it's a man attacking you or a woman, because you know what the different attacks feel like. And you know what the man does when he's spiritually attacking you, the warlock, and you know what the witch does when she's spiritually attacking you, because men and women think different. You understand? You know, most of them attacks, spiritual attacks that come towards you, having to do with the sex magic, you know that's coming from the man. You understand? And with the woman, she petty. So of course she's going to be in charge of doing most of the crown chakra attacks, beauty spells. Child, you literally have learned to fight and protect yourself spiritually by them attacking you. You can identify who's the person attacking you by the attack style and how they're attacking, how long the attack is, everything about it. It's training ground for you. Okay? All right. So you're not stuck. You're not in a mental imprisonment, and you're 10 times better than you ever were before now. You're more spiritually advanced. And another thing, you don't really do no whole lot of attacking because these people are weak, so they ganged up on you. You already know that it's so many of them against just one little you that you understand it's like mosquitoes. Okay? Even me, I learned a long time ago that it's a waste of time getting stuck in a cycle with one person that has about 20 to 40 people attached to them. And don't fight out of ego. Because if someone is attacking you out of ego, if someone is attacking you and you know you could take them down, you know you're stronger than them spiritually, and you do take them down, they're going to cry, play victim, and they're going to call 10 to 20 more people to come help them because they're weak. They're demons. They're weak. Their power is weak. So now you've made the fight bigger. You understand? So you have to fight psychologically with your mind in what makes sense. You understand? It doesn't make sense to be in a cycle with somebody and get the whooping on their ass, because if you get the whooping on their ass, they're going to play victim and they're not going to keep it one-on-one. They're going to call for backup. Now you're fighting about 5 people spiritually, or 10 or more. You understand? And now you're stuck in a cycle, more than what you started with. When you get shit on the bottom of your shoe, the more you fuck with it, it's going to stink. And it's going to stink more and more and more the more you try to wipe the shit off the bottom of your shoe. You understand? It's best not to fuck with it. Unless you somewhere by a hose and soap and bleach and you can get it all off, meaning you could take somebody out completely and you won't have to worry about them again. But some of these people are clones. How do you fight mosquitoes when you go out in a summertime? Do you, every time a mosquito attacks you, go fighting that mosquito? No, I'm going to get that one mosquito, even though it's 50 more over here, and I'm going to hunt that mosquito down, and I'm going to whoop that mosquito's ass. And then when I'm done with that one, I'm going to line up the next mosquito, and I'm going to whoop that mosquito's ass. No, that's a waste of energy and time. That's not a good way to fight. Because it's so many of these gremlin mosquito hyenas. How do you fight a mosquito? By making yourself invisible to them, by putting on your protection that cloaks your scent so that they don't bite you, right? By putting on mosquito repellent, by putting something on, spiritually cloak yourself, spiritually protect yourself from all mosquitoes. Because otherwise, you're just going to be swatting at the air all day long. It's too many of them. It's too many of them to fight individually. So you focus on just protecting yourself. That's the best way to beat them. Focus on putting the mosquito spray all over your body. There. Now they can't touch you. Just focus on your protection. Raise your vibration. By raising your vibration, they can't penetrate you with anything they send toward you. That's it. Just focus on protecting yourself and raising your vibration. All right, so you're not stuck. Tell me more about this Empress in reverse that's backstabbed and betrayed with the 10 of Swords here. I have the Queen of Wands. It's heartbroken. I don't know. There could be someone here that is heartbroken because they got the message that their person has been backstabbed and betrayed. That Queen of Wands could be someone that they were reporting to. This could be the person that contracted and hired the Empress in reverse. So someone that this Queen of Wands hired, this might be that Capricorn or Eritrean. Someone that they hired is backstabbed and betrayed now, and they're not going to get another chance to do something to you. And their employer is heartbroken about it. Right. What's the Seven of Wands? Somebody could be closed off to somebody. What's the Seven of Wands? What's the Seven of Wands? Someone is very sad about a message. Okay, so they could be defensive and closed off to this person right now because they're mad they got a message that their employee spiritually has been backstabbed and betrayed, whoever they gave this contract to. We already know, Geb the wheel, something's over, and these people are sad. Okay? Tell me about the Four of Wands reverse. Someone could be about to move out of a house. Tell me about the Four of Wands in reverse, please, and thank you. Judgment in reverse. Okay. It was a bad investment. It was bad for someone to invest. It didn't turn out the way they thought it would. Getting a judgment over somebody that's innocent to put them in a psych ward or jail that's not crazy and haven't committed any crime was a bad investment. And it didn't turn out the way they thought it would. So somebody might be getting divorced or moving out of a house. Six of Swords. Someone has to move to calmer waters about this now. Could be a Capricorn with the Devil reversed here. Yeah, this whole thing was a bad investment. And the Queen of Swords, someone could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. All right, so I got the Four of Wands, a double confirmation here. They're either getting divorced. Someone could be holding a boundary to this person. They could be getting divorced or moving out of a home. Or one of them could be moving out of home or both of them. Somebody's a wounded warrior. Tell me more about Sekhmet, the strength card, please, and thank you. Tell me more about Sekhmet. Tell me more about Sekhmet. This is this kitchen witch energy with a low IQ. They're still taking action. Okay, so wherever this Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising High Priestess in reverse is, they are still taking action with an Aries. Okay, so we have a Leo that's still taking action with or towards an Aries, the Emperor. Okay, so they're still taking action with or towards an Aries, this Leo. And they're very sad and depressed right now because they're having a Tower. And they're very emotional. They're attacking. Are they attacking this Aries? The Page of Pentacles reverse. They're trying to do something deceptive to avoid a Tower. What's this Leo doing trying to avoid a Tower? Someone's already gotten over something. Okay, so somebody's already gotten over something, but this Leo, they might be experiencing some kind of mental instability. They're taking action to do something against an Aries because that they were in a relationship with or married to, with the Four of Wands here, because they're in a mental imprisonment about work, about the type of work they were doing. And this is someone that does not know how to control their emotions. This is someone drowning in their emotions right now, because they could be getting karma. Somebody could have blocked somebody, and because something's not going to be able to be moved forward. So someone could have blocked somebody. A earth sign, a page of pentacles. Earth sign right now could be blocking somebody. Yep. Because, okay, I'm getting a mental instability from this Leo. It's like they can't, it's like they're having trouble letting something go emotionally. There's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that has released something because they know it's not going to happen. Too much of a burden. But this Leo can't move on to calmer waters. They're having a problem. They used to be friends, the Three of Cups reversed, but they're not anymore because they know they're unstable. They could be going to jail or in a mental imprisonment. Someone's having an ego death. Okay, they're in a mental imprisonment because they're having an ego death. Oh, that's an ugly thing. Child, if you ever watched or went to the funeral of a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising's ego, has anybody ever been to an ego funeral? Baby, it is one going on right now on this table and somewhere in a lonely, sad Leo's heart. There is a Leo right now that is going through a death of their ego. And child, they sound like a wounded animal. They got some kind of mental instability, like this can't happen to me, not me, big ego. You know, the strength card talks about big ego, big ego. It is the death. It's a funeral for somebody's ego right now. And they don't go down easy. It get ugly. They get real ugly, and people start distancing themselves from them because they sound like a wounded animal. When they go down, when that ego go down and die, they sound like a wounded animal. When Social Security, it might be something about to go down with the Social Security Administration. Let's talk about that. Let's see. They never announce their death because many clones exist. We're aware of that. Okay, someone could be a Scorpio and a Leo. Okay, I don't know. There could be a Scorpio and a Leo here involved in some kind of Social Security thing going on here. Something's too much of a burden and they have to let something go. Tell me about this. What's going on with Social Security? They didn't get what they were expecting, these narcissists. And now they're in a mental imprisonment about the law, the Hierophant reverse. The Hierophant reverse could be someone at the Social Security Administration. Hold on. Let us see. What do we have here? When. Okay. They want to talk about when. During Thanksgiving. Somebody might have done something during Thanksgiving in the fall, and something could be happening later on today. When? So something could have happened during Thanksgiving in the fall time. We'll see. When? 3 more. During a church service, during a class. 1 more. Clarify when. Clarify when. All right, in the midnight hours. In 2 to 3 weeks. During a class. New Year's. While you were shopping and running errands. During Christmas. Who did something? Who are we talking about here? There could be an older person. They could be Arab or connected to someone Arab. Somebody could be Filipino. Somebody could be someone's uncle. Someone could be Vietnamese. This might be several people involved in something they were doing. Someone's mother and someone on someone's dad's side of the family was working with somebody in the government to do something. Clarify what happened while who was shopping? Who was shopping and running errands? Who was shopping and running errands? Okay, someone that's still moving forward. This is you. Okay. And what happened while you were shopping and running errands? That's when a Gemini got a judgment. With a Taurus. What's the Lovers and the Hierophant? What's the Lovers? What is the Lovers? It was a bad investment. Someone's complete wish fulfillment. That's when someone came together with a Taurus. Oh, to take action, the Ace of Wands. Okay. Temperance, a Sagittarius. To cause an imbalance. They were working with the father figure. Okay. There might have been someone with Taurus in their chart, sun, moon, or rising, that could have come into somebody's house. Somebody might have given somebody access to somebody's house. A father figure could have given somebody access to somebody's house. This could be a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising while you were out shopping and running errands. Okay? Someone could be a Sagittarius as well. The Five of Wands. They weren't thinking right about something, a conflict. They were not thinking right about some kind of a conflict surrounding, who's the King of Pentacles reverse? About that somebody was just trying to avoid a disaster. So there was someone that was trying to avoid some kind of a disaster. And there's a father figure here, or someone that might be emotionally intelligent, that gave a Taurus access to the home that you were probably living in at the time, and it was a bad investment. What did that Taurus do while they were in your home? What did that Taurus do? Sun, moon, or rising? The Hierophant. What did they do while they were in your home? They released something. The Empress. They let something go. What's the Four of Pentacles? What's the Four of Pentacles reverse? They let something go. They couldn't create an illusion, so they couldn't move something forward. They could have hid something in your home. Okay. The Ace of Wands reverse. Someone didn't take action with somebody. Take action with who? Someone that was working together with them to do something, to get away with something. The father figure. Okay. Somebody might have been in a relationship with somebody in the past. While you were out shopping and running errands, somebody allowed somebody to come into your home to do something to you, but they couldn't move it forward. They were trying to do something, get away with doing something to you. Someone could be a Virgo that could be sexually promiscuous. They were working on something, but they didn't know what direction to go with something. Wow. So somebody was heartbroken because while you were out shopping, they gave somebody access to your home, a Taurus. It could be a Virgo, a King of Wands reverse. And they tried to keep it secret or hidden that they let these people up in your home. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. They didn't have the skill to pull off whatever they were trying to pull off with you. And what happened during Christmas? Clarify during Christmas. Justice in reverse. Someone couldn't move to calmer waters because someone rejected them. Someone made an offer a spiritual offer against somebody. Somebody tried to do some spell work on you around Christmas time. Could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but it didn't go anywhere. Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. Yeah, someone was aware that you already got over something. They were working on something, but it was already a missed opportunity. Somebody was in some destructive, reckless energy. Okay, so you healed already from something. So I feel like you were in a relationship with somebody. I feel like you were in a relationship with someone and they were working with that person to do something against you spiritually, but you already had gotten over something. So whatever they were working on, it didn't work. Maybe you broke up with someone around the holidays or something like that. Yeah, they were trying to do spell work on you. But you already had ghosted that person. Whoever this person is, you already ghosted them. With that Eight of Cups, your energy was not there anymore. Okay? Whatever they were trying to do to you, you already walked away. Like energetically, you already pulled your energy out the situation. You was done. You healed already from whoever the person was you were with. So whatever these people were trying to do to you spiritually, it did not work. Okay? What happened in the midnight hour? Someone was backstabbed and betrayed because something didn't go in their favor. Yep, it was a missed opportunity in the midnight hour. Someone didn't want to let something go. So they celebrated with somebody and took action with somebody. Who took action? The Ace of Wands. Who took action with someone someone that was closed off emotionally? Clarify, who's this Ace of Cups reverse that was closed emotionally? This could be a Leo with the sun energy because they missed an opportunity to get away with something. Okay, so because you already had moved forward and got over something. So it ended the conflict. Okay, so what I'm getting is there was somebody could have a Leo placement in their sun, moon, or rising. This person was waiting for you to take action and have sex with somebody. This is nasty energy. It's come up before. And there was somebody on the sideline, a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, that was waiting to have sex. They were waiting to have sex with the person that you were either dating or in a relationship with, so that they could shock you after and be like, look, I just stole your man or woman from you. Look at the two of us. And it was supposed to mess you up mentally. And then they were going to do spell work on you or something like that. But you had already moved on from the person that they were waiting for you to be hurt about or have sex with or whatever the case may be. There was someone in the background, a Leo here. There was a Leo, sun, moon, or rising that's in the background here that was waiting for you to have sex with someone that you could have been dating or in a relationship with. But you had already moved on from that person. So they missed an opportunity and things didn't go the way they thought it would as far as getting your energy. They were waiting to have sex with somebody. They were waiting for you to have sex with someone I guess you were dating or in a relationship with that you were already having issues with, so that they could take your energy. But you just kept moving forward. You didn't turn back. So they never got their energy. They never got your energy. And that messed something up. It was illuminated to you that they were dealing with whoever this person is. So they missed an opportunity to get your energy. Ew. They were waiting in the midnight. They were waiting around in the midnight hours. What, in the bushes? Ew. That's gross. That is just so gross. Ew. Can you imagine like a weirdo NPC clone hoe waiting in the bushes or sleeping in a car parked in your parking lot or garage or parked in your apartment building or condo complex, hiding, taking a nap, waiting till 1 a.m, hoping that you're going to have sex with someone you're in a relationship with or dating, because they're waiting for you to have sex with them so that they could have sex behind you. That's so disgusting. That's what these NPC weirdo clone hoes do. That's so weird. That's gross. Can you just imagine, like in the dark, waiting, all shivering in the cold? Oh, will she hurry up? Ew, just child, baby. Ugh. What happened on New Year's? What happened on New Year's? Someone took action on New Year's to do what? Somebody might have been in the same energy, still working on it on New Year's too. A Libra. Someone offered someone a large amount of money, but it didn't go in their favor either. A Libra. Clarify that Justice card. This is Elon Musk and that Japanese person's clone hoax. Yeah, in the past. Yeah, in the past, they were hoping that on New Year's, they'd be able to, someone would have sex with you, and they were waiting on standby to take your energy. Like literally, these two clone hoes that keep coming out that work for Elon Musk and a Japanese person connected to a military, they're literally all just like waiting, playing with themselves, just waiting for you to have sex with somebody so that they could come right behind you and have sex with whoever you have sex with. This is how NPC clone hoes behave. This is gross and disgusting. But this is what these weirdo clone hoes do. This is the Libra Virgo, and this is the Leo. The Leo was Elon Musk's choice, and the Libra Virgo is that Japanese energy's choice. They're just like waiting for your energy. They're waiting, anyone you date or get in a relationship or marry, they're waiting for you to have sex so that they can immediately come behind you and have sex with whoever you have sex with. What's his Scorpio energy? Someone could be a mother figure. The Eight of Pentacles reverse, that also wanted to drain you. That was waiting to get away with draining your energy. Ew. So there is a Scorpio, a Libra, and a Leo. And I know it's more out there. I'm sure he's got plenty of them out there. Okay. But these are just the ones that's coming up in my energy. Okay. They were working for, and they were willing to do anything for money. So they became, NPC clone hoes for someone Japanese and Elon Musk for their experimentation. And their main job, beside doing witchcraft and spell work on you, was to have sex behind you to get your energy. Ew. What's during class? Clarify, what is this during class? During a class? This could be a training or a class. I'm hearing someone could have had training at their job or a class. There could have been a Queen of Wands and a father figure. The Five of Pentacles, that someone walked away from someone or something. Yeah, somebody could have walked away from somebody and they cut somebody off. The Empress reverse. During either a class or a training or something that could have occurred. Maybe you might be in college or trade school, or you might have been in a training course at your job. Whoever you are, during some kind of a class, there's a father figure here, and there was also some kind of a Empress in reverse. They cut this person, they blocked somebody. What's somebody reversed and ending? Somebody that reversed and ending with an Emperor. And they reversed and ending with an Emperor. So when somebody was in a class and they either blocked somebody or cut somebody off, they reversed and ending with an Aries or an Emperor. So I don't know who this is for, but in case you were wondering what happened when someone either blocked you or ghosted you or cut you off abruptly, that was when they reversed an ending with an Aries or an Emperor during a class. Who's this Queen of Swords? To win at all costs. The Queen of Swords is someone that was trying to get a judgment reverse, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Okay. So there was a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that could have been dealing with a father figure. And during a class, when someone was in a class, a training or something, and they got blocked or cut off from communicating with them, they had reversed an ending with an Aries or an Emperor. Oh, child, to win at all costs in trying to get a judgment reversed. So there you go. Whoever this father figure is, you could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If you were in a training class, or giving a class, teaching a class, or taking a class, and somebody suddenly cut you off, the reason they cut you off was they reversed an ending with an Aries or Aries, Leo, Sag, an Emperor energy. That's why they cut you off. What's a Sagittarius? Somebody balanced something. All right, somebody might have balanced something. Someone got clarity already, and they already balanced the situation. Yeah, somebody was working on something to illuminate the truth about something, to win at all costs. Okay, so somebody's already aware about that. Did I talk about New Year's? Did we talk about New Year's? Yeah, I think we did. Did we? What happened on New Year's? Did we talk about it? What happened on New Year's? Not the weirdo Leo waiting to have sex behind another woman again or man. The Seven of Swords. Someone was trying to get away with something on New Year's, but they couldn't move something forward. This could have been a Libra, so they pulled their energy away from something. They were working together with somebody else. Okay, yeah. So what I'm picking up here is there are like the same 3 or 4 people that belong to the same coven, and they're just like creepy, waiting around and stalking you, just praying to God you have sex with somebody, anybody, so that they could hop on the dick, or if you're a man, go up in a woman right behind you to get your energy, woman or man, whoever you are. And it's really nasty. It's really disgusting. It's really, really gross and disgusting. It's a Virgo, Libra. It is a Leo. It is a Aries, and they're all just creeping around you, just rubbing on themselves, waiting for you to have sex with someone so that they can immediately have sex right behind you. I just want to vomit. I'm done with Earth and early humans. I'm tired of these energy vampires. They make me sick. They make my stomach, ugh. All right, tell me about Social Security. Somebody could be watching someone's house right now. Why is Social Security here? Why is the Social Security Administration here? Maybe they wanted to do magic with your energy to help them get away with fraud or something. Why is Social Security here? Someone couldn't move something forward. Okay, they couldn't create an illusion. So were they doing all this to try to get away with doing some fraud with Social Security, this Emperor? So there could be an older person. I don't know. Maybe this could be an older Scorpio that's having a tower. Yeah, they're having a tower. Move. Monitoring spirits coming in here. It's too hot to be in here. There could be an Emperor energy. He could be like a boss. He might be a Scorpio. He might work for the Social Security Administration. Someone was trying to get away with doing some magic with the Queen of Wands. She could be a Leo, Aries, Sag. Maybe she's a Leo. They were trying to take very quick action, but the 3 of Cups reverse. They couldn't get away with something. Yeah, and now they're having a tower. So somebody could have committed Social Security fraud on you. It could be an older person it could be an older person. Yeah. There could be a Scorpio, Emperor energy that works in the Social Security Administration that couldn't create some kind of an illusion. So they couldn't pull off and get away with fraud with this Queen of Wands. This could be a Libra. I'm sorry. This could be a Leo, Aries, Sag. They tried to pull some kind of an illusion off and they didn't get away with it because you are stable. 9 of Pentacles. You're stable. You have a roof over your head. So this has something to do with you being homeless. So maybe someone might have wanted to file a claim or has a claim with Social Security that you're disabled and homeless, and somebody can't move to calmer waters because they've seen you or they've seen your home. And they had an ego death because they were trying to help someone. A temptress is what I'm hearing. So someone seduced someone that works in Social Security to help them get away with some kind of fraud. But the problem was, so they might have seduced and had sex with this person. But the problem is, whatever they tried to pull fraud off about with you, it had something to do with you being homeless. And the person they work with, they must have invaded your privacy or looked up your address and found you and seen that you're very stable. And now they can't move to calmer waters because they feel like their job is under scrutiny or they might be in trouble. The Lovers, their complete wish fulfillment. Yeah, they were seduced. Yeah. The person that had sex with them was their complete wish fulfillment. They were sexy. They looked exactly what they like to look at. Probably somebody very attractive. The Queen of Wands has a tight body, a pretty face, very attractive. Everybody's attracted physically only to them. So this is somebody that had sex with somebody in the Social Security with the Lovers here. They had sex with somebody to pull off some kind of fraud that had to do with your stability. But the problem is, after they had sex with them and helped them pull off the fraud, this person looked into your situation and saw you were stable. They might have started doing magic on you. So now they can't recover. The Nine of Wands reverse. Now this person can't recover. They took some kind of bribe with the Ten of Pentacles here. Yeah, now they're overly emotional because they know they're going to get in trouble. This Scorpio. They know that they're going to get in trouble because you're still moving forward. And now they're rejecting any more offers from whoever the person is that seduced them. So people, see, this is why people need to be able to control their sexual energy. Just because somebody is offering you sex doesn't mean you have to take it. You understand? Sometimes you got to think, use your brain to rationalize what it is. Because is it a bartering tool? Is it an equal exchange of desire? Is it manipulation? Am I being targeted for something? You got to do a little bit of thinking before you fuck somebody. I'm sorry, I know this is I have no cut cards tarot. But I'm just saying, for men and women, assess the situation a little bit. You understand? You're an old man and it's some sexy young thing telling you she want to pull you in the bathroom and have sex with you for no reason at all. Find out what she want with you. Don't let your ego take over. Don't let your ego dominate you. Just think for a second. Take a minute to pause. Cool down. Do something. Come on, get some control over your thoughts, over your mind. Because if you just, without thinking, jump into bed or have sex with anyone or let anyone perform oral sex on you, you don't know what the motive is. You don't know what their agenda is. It's a whole bunch of demons out here, men and women, that have ultimate agendas. And they target people that don't have any self-control. That's exactly how they want me to say it. There are a whole bunch of little gremlin demon women and men out here that literally will target people that have no self-control, no discernment at all whatsoever. They just think because somebody is offering them sex, immediately it is because of equal desire. It's just a mutual exchange. They never take the time to go a little bit deeper and assess themselves and assess the person that's trying to get them to hurry up and have sex with them to see if somebody came up to you out of nowhere and bought you a big dinner, a big lunch at some expensive place and started love bombing you. Here, I just want you to have all these things, just because you're you, no reason. I'm attracted to you. You're not going to question it at all whatsoever. Like, who are you? When did you see me? When's the first time? Oh, okay. And why are you giving this to me? Okay, because why? Okay, and what do we have in common? And why me? Yeah, a little bit of discernment, just a little bit of discernment. Just because somebody's willing to give something to you for free, doesn't mean that it's good. And it doesn't mean that it's just a random mutual thing of desire. Use your discernment. Pause. Use some self-control. Assess yourself and assess them. And then think for a minute, does it make sense? Why does this person want me? And why do they want me right now? Just take a minute. Assessment, a little discernment, a little assessment. Pause. All right, Holy Spirit, final message, please and thank you. All right, somebody might have some kind of an awareness about something here. Okay, somebody's aware. Okay, about an imbalance that somebody caused. Okay, so it might be you might have some hidden helpers that might be working at some of these agencies that might still have access to camera. Child, they got flock cameras everywhere right now. There are flock cameras everywhere. And I know they're not there for your protection. They're there for collecting data, okay? I don't know why they need so much data about you humans. I'm telling you, that's some alien shit. What are you collecting a whole bunch of data about people, human habits? It's like you're being studied in the goddamn zoo. But you might have a couple of hidden helpers that are able to keep tabs on you through some technology, okay? They're aware of danger around you as well, and they could be taking very quick action to balance these things for you. Every time a Scorpio tries to orchestrate something against you, or every time they try to orchestrate a death, every time they try to orchestrate a death against you, you have a hidden helper or a few hidden helpers that are taking action to block and stop it for you in the background. So give a little hand clap. Well done to the hidden helpers. Okay. Final message. All right, somebody is moving to calmer waters. Give me a final message. Final message, please and thank you. Hi. So there's somebody here that either has clarity or they're giving someone clarity about the movements of maybe a fire sign or Leo that can't stabilize. This could be someone that's mentally unstable, that is having a funeral for their ego, and they can't handle it. It could drive them to complete insanity. This is somebody that's not taking their ego death well. Okay? So somebody's having this person watched very carefully, that's in your that's unstable, that keeps working on things. Okay, something could be happening very quickly. Someone is still working on something. You're still moving forward, but someone's still working on something because they're in a mental imprisonment. Yeah, there's a Leo that cannot move to calmer waters and they don't know what direction to go with something. Okay, the Empress in reverse. Okay, they're having a tower because they hit the tower like you hit the wall. They hit the tower. They're getting older. The Empress reverse. So when this person started out against you, they might have. This could be a younger person that it was very easy for them to manipulate people against you. That could have been bordering our expiration date. For those of you all, I'm saying that only as a joke. Y'all know better. You better know better about your self-worth and value. But y'all know our expiration date, which is, I think, when you turn 26 or 30 or 28. What do the unevolved low-class men say? A woman's expiration date is 28. When she turns 28 or 30, she expires. There might be a Leo that might be. They might have been bordering somewhere around that age when they first set out on this journey against you, and it was easy for them to use their looks and sex to easily manipulate people and get people to jump and do things for them. You understand? They might have run straight down a line of men, like a whole football team with their tongue out on their hands and knees, and lick 12 balls. No, it's 2 in each nutsack. So that would be 24. They might have crawled down a line of a whole football team with their tongue out and lick 24 nuts to get them to spiritually attack you, and they all jump to it. They might have, because of what they look like or whatever. But now they're the Empress reverse. They could have started out years ago, but they have aged since, and it's not as easy for them to manipulate people anymore, because there are younger versions of them now, and they're getting older, and they didn't realize they were aging and getting older, and how they were manipulating people before. They're not a spring chicken anymore. And now they're in a mental imprisonment because they don't know what direction to go with something. And I think they're starting to have the ego death because they're realizing their limitations and their age on the superficial, shallow work that they've been doing, because they can't create illusions anymore for this Capricorn that has walked away from them. Okay? Yeah, they're not friends anymore. Yep, this King of Pentacles. And give me one final card. One final card, please, to end this read. The cycle's over. That's it. The storm is over now. I feel like I can make it because the storm is over. Guys, I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. All right, I'm going to call my energy back, child. The vampires was in this live. I love y'all. I might actually come back today and do another reading. We'll see. We'll see if unless I end up in spiritual warfare. We'll see what happens. Child, y'all have no idea what I be going through over here. Child, y'all just don't know. I love y'all. Oh man.